I still remember the sound of the glass breaking. Dad's hand struck the table so hard the plates rattled. Mom didn't flinch. She was used to the noise. After all, most of it was directed at me. "You're not the son I wanted," Dad barked, veins carving ugly shapes across his forehead. "You never were." Mom didn't look up. She just sighed, tired, annoyed, like my existence itself was a chore. "I should have aborted you," she murmured. "Would have saved us all this trouble." Their words didn't cut me like they expected. They just confirmed something I'd been quietly analyzing for years. I straightened my jacket, felt the weight of silence settle on them, and said, "Fine. Then I'll stop existing for you." I walked out. They thought I meant theatrics. They didn't know I meant strategy. Flashback. Before the mask slipped. There was a time I mistook their coldness for tiredness, their neglect for busyness, their resentment for stress. Kids do that, translate cruelty into something gentler so survival feels possible. Dad used to pat my shoulder in front of neighbors, pretending pride. Mom smiled for photos like she practiced it in a mirror. Behind closed doors, love was currency I never earned, no matter how many grades I topped or competitions I won. I kept giving. They kept taking. The imbalance became normal, until the night it finally became truth. That night wasn't an outburst. It was a confession. They said everything they'd whispered for years, only louder. I didn't break. I calculated. The cracks appeared. Subtle first. I noticed patterns long before they realized I was noticing. The way Dad hid his bank statements. The way Mom whispered on the phone, dropping her voice as I entered. The sudden urgency for me to sign certain documents. The faint panic in Dad's eyes when the house's electricity was nearly cut. The desperation behind Mom's forced smile when she asked if my good salary could cover a few bills. They weren't parents. They were sinking ships searching for a life raft, and I was their inflatable hope. Then I found the letter. A legal notice. Debt. Massive. Years of it. Loans taken in my name with forged signatures. They didn't just hate me, they used me. My heart clenched once, then steadied. Emotions had no place in my next moves. The mindset shift. Calm, surgical. I didn't confront them. Confrontation is dramatic, predictable, weak. I observed, I listened, I collected evidence like a surgeon preparing tools. Precise, clean, unshakable. The forged documents? Photocopied. Dad's signatures? Matched against old tax files. Mom's phone calls? Recorded. The fake loan agents they used? Traced. I mapped every angle of their deception. Not to expose them to the world, no. To expose them to themselves. Revenge isn't loud. It's meticulous. The plan takes shape. First move, I spoke to a lawyer they didn't know existed. Second, froze every bank account tied to my identity. Third, reported the forged loans not as a victim, but as a cooperating witness. The financial noose tightening around them wasn't my doing. It was their own rope being pulled. I moved out quietly. New apartment, new number, new life. To them, I really did stop existing. Until the consequences arrived, like debt collectors with perfect timing. Their collapse. Dad's business crumbled first. The banks came for the loans that were never mine. Mom's friends evaporated once money stopped flowing. Their house smelled of unpaid bills, unopened letters, and fear. I watched from a distance, not gleefully, just observantly. Then came the night they found my new address. It was raining. Of course it was. Mom cried first. Dad stood behind her, smaller somehow, like life had carved chunks out of him. "We made mistakes," he said, voice shaking. "We need help." Mistakes. Interesting word for years of hatred and fraud. Mom tried to hold my hand. "I know we were hard on you," she said, "but you're our son." I let her hand hang there, suspended between apology and expectation. "Why now?" I asked quietly. Dad swallowed. "Because everything is falling apart." Ah, honesty, finally. The confrontation, the moment they realized. I invited them inside, not out of softness, out of strategy. Documents were neatly arranged on my table. Loan papers, recordings, bank statements, proof stacked like a verdict waiting to be spoken. Dad's knees weakened. Mom's face drained. "You kept all this?" she whispered. "Yes," I said. "I don't forget things. Not anymore." Their eyes begged, pleaded, scrambled for forgiveness they never offered me. "We're your parents," Dad choked out. "Family fixes things." I leaned back, calm, unmoved. "Family doesn't forge signatures," I said. "Family doesn't wish their child never existed." Silence. Thick. Humiliating. "You came for help," I said, "but all I have are consequences." Resolution. My final release. I didn't scream, didn't throw them out, didn't egg back with the violence.